Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Smoltzy and Friends. I am grateful you're here today. Recently, I had an experience that reminded me how one small moment can change the course of someone's day. I was in a local DIY big box store wearing my guest services shirt from church. On the front of it, it simply says, "I'm glad you're here." As I walked by one of the employees, he looked at my shirt, smiled, and said, "I'm glad I'm here too." I laughed. It caught me off guard. I continued shopping, grabbing the things I needed. A little while later, I ran into him again. Let's call him Mr. John. This time, I noticed something. Mr. John wasn't just stocking shelves or pointing people in the right direction. He was paying attention. He would read people's shirts. He'd notice a university logo and ask about it. He'd comment on somebody's hat. He struck up conversations over something as simple as what you were wearing. The shirt started the conversation. He wasn't going through the motions. Instead, Mr. John chose to be present. He was creating moments, and that's what changed everything. Before I checked out, I walked back over to him and said, "Mr. John, how are you doing?" He said, "Fine." I said, "How are you doing really?" If you've listened to this podcast before, you know that's a question I've asked many times. Not how you are as a greeting, but how are you really? We talked, we laughed, we shared a little bit about life. I told him it was a blessing to meet him, and I believed he was a blessing to everyone who walked through those doors. I could have stayed there much longer, but I figured I shouldn't keep him from his job. As we wrapped up our conversation, I said, "God bless you." Without hesitation, he smiled and said, "God bless you too, Mike. I love you." Wow. Think about that for a moment. Mr. John didn't have to say anything to me that day. He could have simply said hello. He could have pointed me to aisle 12. He could have gone on with his day. Instead, he chose to engage. He chose to notice people. He chose to make connections, and what started as a chuckle over my shirt became a meaningful conversation, a new friendship, and someone I've now added to my prayer list. You never know who's walking through those doors. You never know what someone is carrying. You never know when a simple conversation might change the trajectory of someone's day or even their life. I think too often we rush through life. We say hello without looking up. We ask, "How are you doing?" without waiting for the answer. But intentionality changes everything. Being present changes everything. Seeing people changes everything. Mr. John, if by some chance this podcast ever finds it your way, thank you. Thank you for reminding me that the smallest interactions often become the biggest blessings. Please don't change who you are. Continue noticing people. Continue asking questions. Continue making others feel seen. The world needs more people like you. And to everyone else listening today, maybe your challenge isn't to wear a different shirt. Maybe it's to become more present. Notice people. Look up. Start a conversation. Ask someone how they're doing really. Because one simple interaction may become the story they tell for years to come. Before we close, here are 3 things I want you to remember. 1, be present. People don't always remember what you said, but they'll remember how you made them feel. 2, small conversations can have a big impact. Never underestimate the power of noticing someone. And 3, you never know whose life you're touching. Every interaction is an opportunity to encourage, to listen, and to remind someone they matter. Until next time, choose intentionality, choose kindness, choose to truly see people around you. You just might make someone's day or gain a new friend. This is Smoltzy saying we'll see you on a future episode, and thank you for the reminder, Mr. John.